Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back to iAllegedly. I've got a good one for you today because it is a great day to be a criminal. Fantastic. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We have a sponsor today, Patriot Gold. But let's get right into it. First things first, guys. I have the greatest subscribers in all of YouTube. I have people that send me stuff, and this video is loaded with things that people sent me. And I was originally going to cover one thing, but it changed. I have a subscriber, Jesse, who lives in Washington State, who literally clips coupons and clips stories from the newspapers and mails them to me, and sent me an email this morning that said, hey, I got something for you that you're going to want to see because it's crazy, and I'm going to send you the story. And then I looked it up and I said, don't bother mailing it to me because I'm going to cover this right away. And that is, think about this, guys. In Boston, Massachusetts, the district attorneys there that are assigned to represent the criminals has said, nah, we're not going to take any more work. None. No more until we get a pay raise. Right now, there have been 120 people let go, and they're not charged with the crime. They're off the hook. Okay? Not come back in 6 months. Not we're going to refile the charges. These people their cases were dismissed. Now, think about the victims. Think about the crime victims. Your car was stolen. You were the victim of assault and battery and somebody punched you in the face. You were the victim of a robbery, grand theft, whatever, guys. But right now it's 120 people. Now, here's the thing that floored me, in that they are only paying these, district attorneys that are private attorneys, and then they work for the city, $65 an hour. Now you can sit there and say, oh, that's a lot of money, Dan. 65 bucks an hour is more than I make. No. The problem with this is that attorneys, these people have to be licensed. These people have to have continuing education. They have to have insurance. They have to have an office address. They have to have assistants and things like this that make it, plus pay self-employment tax. Let's just get into it. No, they can't afford to do it. So what they're asking for is to get raised to about 120 bucks an hour. Now, even that, I thought, wow, that's kind of light. I didn't think it was that low. Now, here's the thing. Rhode Island, $112 an hour. New Hampshire, $125 an hour. Maine is $158 an hour. And if you have one of these gigs in New York State, you are getting $158 an hour to do this. Now, here's the thing about this. Here in California, I know a woman that's a defense attorney, and she signed up to do this, and oh, don't worry, this case is going to settle, and then it didn't settle. So you know what she had to do? She had to represent the client during trial for 3 months during trial. So there was no settlement, and she had 4 days a week that she was in trial and in the courthouse and could not leave. Now, you can sit there and say, big deal. No, it cost her money. Couldn't have clients, she had to have other attorneys hired to take care of her other cases because she had to be in courtrooms, but now she's working for a pittance doing this. But here's the problem. These attorneys are saying they're not going to take any more clients. There are over 3,500 of these attorneys in Boston alone that do this. Nope, no more clients. They anticipate, hear this number, that there could be 1,000 people with their cases dismissed in the next week. And again, these are not simple crimes. It's not like petty theft from, shoplifting gum at a grocery store. These are felonies. These are big, bad people that did horrible things in the world, and they're getting off scot-free. Guys, this is wild. This is unbelievable. My son lives outside of Boston, and he said, hey, do you follow our mayor? She's kind of crazy, isn't she? Yeah, she is, because they care about people that live outside this country over the people here that live here, and now they don't care about crime victims in Boston. So this is going to set a precedent because the bar associations in other states have said, hey, wait a second, we've gone too long without a raise as well. Now, think about this. Boston, Massachusetts, they went almost 20 years without a pay raise, which is crazy. I mean, why you would put up with this is nuts. New York State, they were in the $60 an hour until 2022, and now it's the 150 bucks an hour. It's $158 an hour, pardon me. So guys, isn't this nuts? So you're going to see more and more people that are going to be let go, and it's going to be no big deal. But 1,000 criminals. Hey, sorry, case dismissed. Ah ha ha. Now here's the thing that divorce. Here's the thing that attorneys are telling clients. Hey, listen, just tell them you can't afford an attorney right now, and you have a high likelihood that your case is going to be dismissed because there's no representation. So you have big bad people that could afford to pay for somebody that are being told, just let it go. They'll let you go. Is this crazy or not? So again, people trying to beat the system, people beating the system, but the crime victims are the ones that get caught holding the bag. Isn't that just awful, guys? I mean, I think that this is one of the worst things I've heard of ever. People hate attorneys. You have to have somebody competent. I have an assistant, and she was telling me about how her boyfriend broke his hand and was in the doctor's office, and the doctor was like, will you quit with the questions? Just stop. And I'm saying, this is horrible. It's your health care, it's your health, and you have insurance, and this guy's treating your boyfriend like he's an idiot because he had questions about the surgery they want him to have. I'm telling you guys, this world is set up to where you go and you start asking questions of professionals. It's too much. Well, think about this now. They're going to let all these criminals out. And I told my assistant, I said, this is terrible because, when Lisa was sick, I could learn inside of minutes if I had a good nurse, good doctor, good healthcare practitioner. You just knew by their bedside manner and how they handled things. You have attorneys that are getting started. They don't have a big practice, or they want to help their fellow man have representation, and now, no, can't do it. Gonna let you go. So let me know what you think about this, because I was blown away by it. Hey, let's take a moment and talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. Think about this, guys. #1 rated for 9 years in a row. They have over 10,000 clients, have done over $1 billion in transactions. You need to contact them today. Call them, 888-330-1431. We have heard that gold could hit easily $4,000 an ounce between now and the end of summer. You don't want to miss this, guys. Contact #1 rated Patriot Gold Group today. Think about this. With everything that's happening globally, you're seeing more and more central banks getting away from the dollar, and they're turning their attention to precious metals. IRAs, 401ks, they have an IRA that has no fee for life on all qualifying rollovers. Contact them today, guys. 888-330-1431. Contact them today. The price of power has gone up in 2025. So clearly it's our main man's fault, okay? It's the guy in charge. It's his fault. If somebody else was elected, this wouldn't happen, okay? We're paying an average across the country of 19 cents a kilowatt, and that is up 6.5% in 2025. Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it. I think we're paying a lot more than that. Here in Southern California, the den of thieves that run the power company here has different tiered pricing, like, hey, sign up for when you're going to have maximum usage. I have no idea when I'm going to do this. I don't want to pick that. I just want you to give me one price. No, it doesn't work that way, sir. You got to pick the price based on when you're going to have the busiest amount of activity. Like, when's your family going to do wash? I have no idea. Okay, I live by myself, guys. Do it whenever the hell I want. Well, you got to pick a time so you can save money during those hours, which is insane. Now, the Eastern Seaboard, okay, and the Mid-Atlantic area of the United States has such a power problem right now that the grid is overwhelmed. And this is just not one power company, this is all of them. So you're going to see, people have blackouts, you're going to see things go wrong, and you're going to see people without power during the summer months between now and, they say, October 1st. Isn't that fantastic? Another massive layoff. I mean, your job is not safe right now. This is what I was originally going to talk about and title this video. but it's just not. Comprehensive Logistics, a company in Pennsylvania, they just sent the warn notice out to let you know that 350 people are going to lose their jobs because they're not shipping things from A to B. This is the problem right now, guys. I am telling you this right now. If you think you're remotely on thin ice with your company, you are. You're done. If you get put on a personal improvement plan, get out of there. Every HR person that's ever written me tells me the same thing. If they start to give you a hard time, they're going to get rid of you. It's crazy because, we talked about how Jerome Powell's on thin ice with Donald Trump and he wants him out, and HR is going to do this. And, they toured the Federal Reserve today, and it's ridiculous, guys. A $3 billion building, almost $4 billion to do this. This is lunacy, guys, to build a building. And one thing that's funny is they're trying to explain to the president how, let me explain to you why this is so much. He's explaining to them about subterranean parking and how people have basements, the increased expenditures with that. So just the beginning, guys. A lot more to it. So it's a lot more to cover on this. Once again, this could have been the main topic for this video. Clorox, the Clorox company, well, they make a lot more stuff just than bleach. They make dog food, they make different personal items, they make bleach, they make chapstick, they make all this stuff. And they had a hack 2 years ago that we talked about in this channel. And the hack was insane because they determined how it happened. You know how it happened? Hi, I'm Dan. I work in the Wichita branch and I can't get into my computer. Oh, okay, Dan, here's the password to get through. That's how this hack started. And then after that, person goes in, changes the password, is given a password via an email. Then they go in there and they say, hey, I need two-form authentication. I need that set up. And they go, oh, okay. So they set that up for these nefarious bad people who then put malware and spyware and ransomware on the company computers. That's how it was done, through their IT department. So they lose $380 million in sales, and now they're suing everybody for this. Okay? So again, how insane. I mean, talking about just stupidity. So with that being said, these guys were just calling in, hey, can you help me get back in? Sure thing, Dan. You're all set. So yesterday, Elon Musk stepped forward and they had the Tesla number, and Tesla stock, at one point was down 10%, for the day. And, he's just a bad guy because he worked with Donald Trump and we need to stop him. But the green agenda and all the green stuff that you guys are doing, okay, well, wait, slow down. What is it? Is it he's a bad guy, or we don't want to do the green agenda anymore? Anyways, you guys just let me know when you figure it out. But he said we're going to have several difficult quarters coming up. Not one, not two, several is what he said. So it's going to be interesting. Now, my friend Gary just took possession of his Tesla and thinks it's the greatest thing in the world, which is great, okay? Car drove him home by himself, parked itself, did everything but make him dinner. So he loved the car. He's really happy he got it, and he thinks it's the greatest thing ever. I want to remind you guys that we have a private channel called iAllegedly Live. You sign up at iAllegedly.tv. It's all uncensored. It is everything that we can't talk about in other places, but we cover everything on it. Okay, check it out today. It's incredibly inexpensive. It's a great thing. Discount shopping is something that people really want right now. In Las Vegas, there is a Hispanic store chain that was from here in Southern California called Superior Grocers. And it's a great market. I mean, they've got all the fresh meats, all the fresh vegetables. They put things in big bins, and they're incredibly inexpensive. And they have all these discounts week after week after week. But they just opened in Vegas, and the people are flipping out over it because the crowd is great and the amount of people that are going there. So any store chain that you guys like that's like that, you go from one to the next. Some are great, some are not. We have Albertsons here that's really good. They've got all the different fresh produce and all the produce managers. They have a full butcher, but I like their deli department where they'll cut everything up for you and do all that. So let me know what you think. I am going to finish this with these last two stories. And TD Bank just announced to their employees that you have to come back to work a whopping 4 days a week. No exceptions if you're in management, blah, blah, blah. Now, here's the thing that I thought was funny. When is this going to take place? Next week? 1st of August? No, October 6th. Wait a second. We're in July, August, September, October 6th. And what's everybody doing? Flipping out. Oh, you know how difficult that's going to be. The school's already started by then. My children will, what am I going to do? Have somebody else take them to school? Have them get themselves to school? Oh, okay. So 4 days a week and people are just flipping out over this. Final story is there is a coffee house in New York State, Manhattan actually, and it's the most expensive cup of coffee in the country, which I'm like, God, I don't know, somebody's bragging about this. $28 for a cup of coffee. They charge tax on coffee there, so it's $30 for a cup of coffee. La Negrita coffee. Ooh. And people are lining up for it because they're just snobs and think it's cool. That is insane, guys. $30 for a cup of coffee. Hello. I mean, what's the most you've ever spent for a cup of coffee? I B and C, and the second word is complain, about, $8. So let me know what you think. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, email me hello@iallegedly.com, and I will see you very soon.